Okay, the second half of the paper, I want you to label bisecting an angle. Okay. All right, we're going to create another 60-degree angle and bisect it. So we are going to go from 4 to 1. All right, at 2, right here at 2, and at 4. Okay, we're going to place point P and Q, and then an arrow here. Okay, and get your compass and open up your compass so that P and Q have the compass opening for the length of P to Q here. And let's do it again. Okay, place your finger at the point to help hold it. Mark this arc. Okay, you might continue using it at an angle here to help you, but keep your finger on the point so it doesn't move. Okay, and then you might be able to switch hands, place the point at P and hold it with your other hand, put pressure at that point to help hold it, and just mark an arc here. Okay, and now we're going to label this, labeling this R. Get your protractor, put your pencil at Q, push up against it, straighten up to R, and draw in that ray QR. All right, now this is a 60-degree angle. We just did that in the problem above. Now we're going to bisect it. Bisecting an angle is simply dividing the angle in half. So to bisect an angle that's 60, then half of 60 is 30. So we're going to create two 30-degree angles basically here. Okay, so at this stage, place the point at R like this, and we're in the middle. It's bisecting, it's dividing it, so we want our arcs to intersect inside here. All right, so place the point at R, hold it with one finger, and mark an arc, something like this. All right, and then when you put the point at P, you can see the two arcs intersecting now. All right, so this point right here we will label S and get our ray QS drawn in. Okay, so from P to S, here's my ray QS. Okay, to prove that that's 30, we know we just created our first construction was, okay, look right here. Our first construction was a 60. So I want to line this up here, make sure I'm at that point, and then horizontally there. Okay, I'm at 60. There's my 30. Okay, I need to be off a little bit there. Okay, I was right there. I can feel my mark from the compass tool right there. So now I'm lined up, and you can see my 30 and my 60 now. All right. So this is our 30-degree angle here and our other 30-degree angle here. This was a 60-degree angle. We bisected the 60-degree angle and now have two 30-degree angles. Okay, over here I want you to name all 30-degree angles. All right, so PQS. So we would say angle PQS. Remember, the angle that we are naming has the vertex at Q. It forms the point where the two rays meet at this point. Okay, so we must have Q in the middle, and it gives direction. So if you're reading this, you would go PQS to not go to PQR. Okay, PQR would be 30 plus 30, right? So PQS, another way to name this one would be SQP. So angle SQP, and then let's name this one. Remember, Q is the vertex, so it has to be in the middle. So SQR with your angle symbol, SQR, and then the last way to name this would be RQS. So we would say angle RQS. Name the 60-degree angle. That's the first one we constructed, right? Which would be angle PQR, because 30 plus 30, right? Angle PQR, or, RQP. Angle RQP. Alright, so let's name the rays. Let's get in the habit of naming as much as we can. Name the rays. Name the rays. Alright, so you should see 3 rays. So QP with this symbol, QP. We have QS, and then we have ray QR. Now I said you can't name that. You can't name ray QP any other way. It has starting point and continues going through the P. We must name it like this. Alright, with the vertex and the point where it continues through. Okay, and now let's name adjacent angles. Name the adjacent angles. Let's use capital A, adjacent angles. Okay, remember, adjacent angles. These are angles that share a common side. So here's sort of the definition of adjacent angles. They share a common side. In this case would be the ray. Alright, so the common side is the ray QS. Okay, right here. This ray QS is not only the common side of the adjacent angles, it's also the angle bisector. Write that in here. Okay, so name the adjacent angles. So the adjacent angles, here's my common side, and my adjacent angles that share that common side would be the PQS and the SQR. Alright, so adjacent angles are angle PQS and angle SQR. Now we could have named them differently. You've seen how we could name them. Alright, so those are the adjacent angles. You've seen the bisector. We constructed the bisector. We bisected an angle, and we named the angles with the 3 letters. Now remember here, we can't just name it Q. Q now cannot be naming these angles with just 1 letter, because there are 3 angles here. The reader would be confused if you put just only angle Q up here where it says name name the angles that's referencing 30 degrees, you must use the 3. Otherwise, your reader, you would be confused. If I said Q up here, wouldn't be enough. All right, we need to specify, give direction. Right. All right, there are 3 angles here. You've got the 2 30-degree angles, and you've got that 160-degree angle. Right. All right.